78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. So, we all know that Ryan Garcia recently on Ring Magazine, little podcast they got, Ryan Garcia said he don't believe that Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, is a Hall of Famer, all right? That made some headlines. And now Abel Sanchez, the former manager and handler and trainer of Gennady Golovkin, has come out and done an interview with Marcos Vegas. And Abel Sanchez claims that he said, if Triple G is not a Hall of Famer, then neither is Mayweather and Hagler. Bro, you can't make this up. This man said, he said, what Hall of Famers did Hagler beat? Bro, I mean, do we even have to answer this question? Abel Sanchez said, what Hall of Famers did Marvin Hagler beat? You can't make this up, bro. You can't. Then he says, what Hall of Famers did Floyd Mayweather beat? Look, bro, I'm not even finna insult y'all intelligence by going down the list of fighters that Hagler and Mayweather beat. Triple G is a joke. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Back in the day, I was a big fan of Gennady Golovkin. Those of y'all who are on my page back in the day, y'all know that. When Golovkin first came out, I called him the White Walker. That's back in Game of Thrones was hot. When Golovkin first got popping, I liked Gennady Golovkin. I thought he was a beast, and I believed the cap he was talking about fight anybody and everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then the racist fan base got a hold of him, and they want to claim him for themselves. They want to make him a pink person and stuff like that. And no, Golovkin, you can't like him. No, he's for us and all that kind of stuff, right? So then, when this is where Golovkin went wrong. When Abel Sanchez made a statement that black fighters don't sell. Abel Sanchez, the former handler and trainer of Gennady Golovkin, Abel Sanchez said black fighters don't sell. He said that in response to being called out, because Abel Sanchez claimed we'll fight anybody from 154 to 168. He said the question is not who will we fight. The question is who will fight us. None of these guys want to fight Gennady Golovkin. We're knocking out everybody from 154 to 168. When I heard that, I said, yo, this dude is a monster. He willing to fight anybody from 154 to 168. First thing I said was, hey, how about Erislan DeLora at 158? How about the Charlos? Hey, how about 168, Andre Ward? You know what I was told? Black fighters don't sell. That's what Abel Sanchez said. He said black fighters don't sell, and then proceeded to fight lesser black fighters like Assam Nuadama, no disrespect to Assam Nuadama, Curtis Stevens, right? He fought lesser black fighters, but he wouldn't fight the good ones. The ones who we want to see him fight, they wouldn't fight him or those guys, but they would fight the lesser ones, just for the imagery of Gennady Golovkin knocking out some black dudes, right? So to say that Golovkin to say that Hagler is not a Hall of Famer and Mayweather is not a Hall of Famer is ridiculous. Yes, Golovkin has a lot of title defenses, but those are fake title defenses. The reason why I say that is he wasn't undisputed. He wasn't the undisputed middleweight champion and running off all these title defenses and stuff like that. No, Golovkin was getting credit for, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a long time since I looked at Golovkin's resume, from what I remember from the debates I used to have back in the day, Golovkin was getting credit for title defenses from for what's that belt? For like an interim title or something like that. One of those belts he had in the beginning was like an interim or something like that, and he was getting credit for title defenses for that belt. And they try to say, oh, he's just like Bernard Hopkins. He passed Bernard Hopkins in title defenses, and he passed this and that. No, he didn't. Gennady Golovkin was a good fighter, very solid fighter. And another thing Gennady Golovkin did too, that really irritated me, was that whole build-up for him and David Lemieux. Y'all remember David Lemieux? Hard-punching dude, looked like Jack Dempsey. The whole build-up, HBO had a whole build-up of some rock'em sock'em robot type of affair. Some Gotti versus Ward situation gonna happen. Power puncher versus power puncher. It's gonna be a bloody mess of Golovkin versus David Lemieux. And then all of a sudden, we get up and watch the fight, and it's a boxing match. Now, I didn't mind watching boxing. I like boxing. You know what I'm saying? I like all styles of it. However, I found it very hypocritical and ironic that a lot of these racist boxing fans who criticize all these black fighters for boxing and not standing toe-to-toe and slugging it out, this fight was marketed as a slugfest, and they get in there and start boxing. And nobody said nothing. There was zero criticism. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Gennady Golovkin a Hall of Famer? And how y'all feel about Abel Sanchez's ridiculous comments about Marvin Hagler and Floyd Mayweather? 78 Sports TV, salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's very important. YouTube is trying to keep me from my 100,000 subs. So make sure y'all sub. Make sure y'all spread the video. I'm a part of here. Deuces.